Title: The Shadows of Hollow Creek. Chapter 1: The Return to Hollow Creek. It was the kind of town that you never quite forgot, even if you tried. Hollow Creek, a small, forgotten place nestled in a valley where the sun seemed to cast its light only reluctantly, as though it was too wary of what might stir beneath its rays. The air was thick with the scent of decay, not from the earth itself but from the buildings that once held the laughter of families and the promises of a thriving community. Now, only the wind whispered through the empty streets, carrying the soft echoes of a forgotten past. Evelyn Carter had left Hollow Creek 15 years ago, fleeing the haunting memories of her childhood and the whispers of her neighbors about the old mill at the edge of town. But now, after all these years, she had returned. The death of her estranged father had drawn her back, and though she had no intention of staying long, the weight of the town's darkness seemed to pull her in once again. She pulled her car to a stop in front of the dilapidated house she had once called home. The windows, boarded up and crumbling, seemed to stare back at her with empty eyes, as if the house itself was waiting for her to come inside. She shuddered, though the warmth of the late afternoon sun should have been comforting. But something in the air, something unspoken and ancient, made her skin crawl. Evelyn had never fully believed in the strange stories her father used to tell, stories about shadows that moved on their own, whispers in the night, and the curse that had been placed on Hollow Creek years before her birth. He had been a man of science, dismissing anything that couldn't be explained. Yet, there was always something in his eyes, a flicker of fear, when he spoke of the mill. Taking a deep breath, she stepped out of the car and walked toward the house. The door creaked as she pushed it open, the familiar scent of dust and musty air filling her nostrils. The floorboards groaned beneath her feet as she made her way to the staircase. Evelyn paused, staring up at the darkened hallway above. The house seemed to breathe, its